So imagine this, right? You are at another Friday night event, texting someone, pretending to be busy, while everyone around you seems to have all this social thing figured out. The groups of friends laughing over there, natural conversation flowing everywhere. And there you are, standing alone, asking yourself, how do they have all this thing figured out? Like, what am I doing wrong here? If you're tired of feeling like this, like an outsider, every single room you go to, this is for you. I used to be in the exact same spot. I used to be paralyzed with anxiety, self-doubt. But today, I'm going to show you this 3 mindset shift that's changed everything for me. It's going to do the same thing for you. I still remember standing at this social gathering a few years ago, feeling like completely out of place. Everyone seemed to have all this thing figured out, being natural, chatting with people they have never met, exchanging stories, and just building connections. But me, I was frozen. My mind was just racing, analyzing every possible situation of talking to someone. Didn't like what I said or judged me. I convinced myself I didn't belong there. So I stood on the sidelines like a spectator, watching and waiting for somebody else to come up to me. But no one did. I wanted so badly to be that person who could talk effortlessly and engage, who seemed to have all this thing figured out, who seemed to draw others to them. I really craved connection after having to move out to every country, not feeling that connection at all. The kind of conversation where everything flows, and I didn't feel like it. It felt like I had to force every word. I thought if I could just figure out what to say, then everything will solve, then everything will change, right? It wasn't just awkwardness that got to me. It was the loneliness that came after that. I would leave events feeling really frustrated, not only with the situation, but with myself. Why couldn't I just walk up to somebody and just connect and talk? Like, I used to ask myself, what is wrong with me? Like, why can't I just talk like everybody else? Why did I make it everything complicated? I thought that I was the problem. The more I delved onto it, the worse. It was like a constant spiral. I started avoiding social situation completely, and I started convincing myself that maybe, just maybe, I wasn't cut out for it. That maybe I wasn't that social guy. But deep down, I knew that it was just an excuse, and I wasn't just satisfied being a spectator. In my own life, I wanted more, and I knew I had to change something within myself if I was going to get it. And then something just clicked for me. I realized that I was waiting for the world to come to me, and I should have been the one stepping into it. Instead of hoping someone will break the ice, I had to take the first step, and that's when everything changed for me. I remember the first time I truly put this into practice. Instead of overthinking every situation, I walk up to someone at an event, introduce myself, without any script, without any rehearsed lines. Just a simple, hey, I'm on. I saw you having fun there. What brings you here? To my surprise, the conversation went well. I just need to be there, to show up, and just turn off my brain like for 50% of it, to stop analyzing those situations and judging people. From there, I started to reciprocate the energy of other people, to read the room, the social cues, and match the vibe of the person I was talking to in front of me. And most importantly, I stopped judging others and myself. I let go of the pressure to be perfect, and that's when I started to make real connections. Fast forward to today, I'm completely transformed how I approach conversation now. I'm no longer that person who stays in the sidelines, watching others having fun like a spectator, not able to do anything, wishing that someone will notice me. And I'm the one now initiating, starting conversation, engaging people that I'm interested in, and especially connecting with them deeply. It's because I've mastered this few mindset shift. It allows me to talk to anyone, anywhere, at any time. And now I'm going to show you the same things help me. The first is simple. Be the initiator. Stop waiting for someone else to give you the permission to talk. Stop hoping they'll make the first move. Most people are just like you, waiting to be approached. So be that person. When you take the lead, you give others permission to open up and let their guard down. And here's the thing. People love, and I mean love, when someone takes the pressure off of them. Initiating isn't just about starting a conversation. It's about having courage to start. Whether it's a simple, hey, excuse me, I saw you over there. What's your name? Something so simple can open so many doors for you. Or even commenting on the environment that's happening around you. As simple as that. To break the ice. The key is to take the action and learn from them. Just thinking about this is not good. You have to take action, and the right type of action. When you do take the action, you need to learn from it. Most people get this thing wrong. When they do take action, they never reflect what went wrong or what went right. So they never try again because they fail. But what separates from the people who are successful in a social life is that they reflect back on what they did wrong and what they did right. And from there, they learn how to grow. A second thing is you have to reciprocate their energy, their vibe. Now that you have initiated, right? Here's most people mess up. They think it's all about what they say, what words to say, like what skills should I say, what words, oh, what word can I say, like what should I say to her? Like, you don't need that. Real skill isn't just the words you say, but how you reciprocate the energy, the vibe you guys have together. I say a conversation is just like a two-way street. Ever notice how some conversation just freely, naturally flows, while others you have to drag it up and think when the fuck is this gonna end? And you have to just drag it up, drag it up. That's because people naturally vibe with those whose energy match with theirs. If someone is excited, mirror their energy. If you see them as laid back, thoughtful, slow down and reflect that. It's like a dancing where you are in sync. It feels natural and effortless. But here's the truth, right? Reciprocating their energy isn't just a tactic. It's about being fully present with the other person. Not overthinking, but being fully present. You are no longer stuck in your head, wondering what to say next. You're actually connecting. It creates a genuine bond. And that's what makes conversation memorable. You already know how to stay present. You already know being mindful is one way. Meditating is a one way, but you never do it. You expect to not do those things that you know for a fact makes you mindful. Of course, you're not going to be mindful and present while talking to people. Of course, it's going to be hard for you to connect with people when you tell yourself these negative thoughts. So start by doing those things. Meditate. Even though it doesn't feel like it's helping you out, trust me, it does. It's a long-term investment. It's just like investing portfolio. If you put some money right now, that's not gonna compound. But in the future, when it does compound, you will feel like, why didn't I start this earlier? Third thing is don't judge others. Because if you do, they are just reflecting you. Here's where most people get it wrong. Their judgment. We walk into conversations judging others, labeling them before we have even gotten to know them, saying that this person is just too boring, I don't like to talk to this person, oh, I hate this person, oh, this guy is too rude, oh, they are too awkward, oh, they are not my type. Here's the surprising truth. How you judge others is a mirror of how you judge yourself. This is completely proven. If you don't believe me, go look up in the Google and search it up. There's this narrow neurons in our brain that tells us. It reflects how other people respond to us. If you find yourself nitpicking other people's flaws, chances are you're just as harsh as with yourself. Let me break it to you. Judgment doesn't just hurt them, it limits you. It's the moment you open yourself to the connections. You're no longer putting people in boxes of letting fear or rejection control you. You are free to be curious, to be present, without needing to size someone up. The more comfortable you become in your own skin, and that's when the true social mastery begins. Here's a deeper lesson that you really need to know. The energy you bring into a conversation is what creates your reality. Let's say you enter a room with the energy of fear, judgment, victim mentality, insecure. You will attract those feelings from others. But if you walk into a room with a mindset of curiosity, openness, and confidence, you'll change the room. People aren't just responding to the words you say, they're responding to your energy you convey and carry around. I know this sounds woo-woo and all that shit, but trust me, it's true. I thought that this was some bullshit, BS, bakwas thing, but when I realized this, it changed my life. When you approach a conversation with the belief to connect, you will connect. Your energy becomes magnetic, and that's when people start gravitating towards you effortlessly. It's about realigning your inner world so that the outer world responds to you differently. The world reflects back the energy you project. If you want deeper, more meaningful conversations, start by changing how you show up. The rest will follow. If you are ready to master how to talk to anyone, anywhere, and anytime, then you need to take the step, the first step. You have to take the action. That's why I put together a free 5-day one-on-one challenge with me, where I personally coach you each day to help you overcome those fears build genuine connection, and stop missing on those life opportunities you're avoiding and shaming away from. Plus, when you join the community, my free private community for metamorphosis, it's a group of people where we talk about real stuff, support, no judgment group. We talk about big changes in our lives. So if you're interested, click the link below and let's start building the social life you always wanted. Because deep down, you know, you're capable of much more than just small talks. Let's make that change together. See you inside.